Okay, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hope you all are well and you and your loved ones are safe and well. As a courtesy to our speakers, please mute your phone. If you're going to be moving around, driving or getting a cup of coffee or something like that, please turn your camera off just so that our speakers can sort of relax and give us their very best. Now, my name is Maria Hopwood-Jones. I'm an ASEA Platinum Executive in Sydney, Australia. And today's webinar will be in 3 sections. We will hear about our guest speaker first, then about the ASEA breakthrough and the opportunity, and of course we'll have a Q&A at the end. So without much further ado, please let me introduce a wonderful speaker. You are in for a treat. So this particular lady, it's absolutely amazing. She lives in Melbourne and has 2 amazingly beautiful daughters, just like her. I've seen them and I can say that. Over 30 years of experience in the local, international health, fitness and motivational industry. She's a world-class experienced athlete. She's developed an impressive set of skills such as incredible discipline, leadership. She's versatile with the building team abilities and has a beautiful, loving, serving heart. However, life is fluid and sometimes it throws you a challenge. And after building a successful personal training and speaker business across the world, Lourene's life took a different path. So here's the thing. Courage and heart are often measured by how you face that challenge and how quickly you overcome it. Lourene now is a dynamic sought-after ASEA Triple Diamond Executive, speaker and motivational team builder. She's absolutely focused on enhancing people's life and being a force for good in the world. So let's hear your story, Lourene. Welcome and thank you for your time.
Thank you so much. Let me just share my screen. Let me get that organised. And let me just stop that. And then let me just go from here. What a beautiful introduction, by the way. I don't know where you got all that from, but thank you very much.
You're very welcome. You can do that and more.
But I want everyone to imagine that they're in the Disney movie Aladdin. And you're walking along and you stumble across that lantern and you know what it is. You pick it up and you rub it. And the big blue genie pops out and says to you, your wish is my command. However, you only have one wish. What is that wish for you? And what you're currently doing right now, will it get to where you want to be? Now, I was asked that same question back in 2014. Now, it's going to be different for everyone. Some it's going to be time freedom, financial freedom, maybe buy a new car, new house, save up for a holiday, better health, better quality of life, or maybe it's just supporting foundations or helping people. Whatever it is, are you going to get there with what you're currently doing? So back in 2009, I became a single mum, and that wasn't the plan. I had 2 beautiful girls, little babies, and for the first time, my life felt out of control. Here I am, I've come from a sporting background, achieved, full of confidence, touring the world, to getting married, having 2 beautiful kids, to all of a sudden, what the heck? What's this? And I started to spiral out of control. I was financially in a desperate situation, emotionally. I was on postnatal depression tablets, and I just was not in a good place at all. And I was getting worse and worse. And I knew that I had to change and step up and be that mother for those 2 little girls that were watching every move that I was doing. And that was hard. There were days where I didn't want to get out of bed. There were days where I felt sorry for myself. There were days that were a real struggle. But I just put one foot in front of the other each day and started to look and search for something that I could do where I could be home and be that mother that I wanted to be. And bring up these kids and give them the life they wanted to do. I couldn't go back into the corporate world. I couldn't travel around the world like I was because I had these 2 beautiful dependents on me, and I wouldn't change the world for any other way. But I had to find a way that was going to be better. So Dan Doyle came and visited me. He was in Sydney, he flew down to Melbourne, and we're having a chat. And after going through about how it's an amazing breakthrough, that it's based on the Redox and how it's native, I was still really skeptical about this health product, because being working for overseas and traveling the world and being a world athlete, I get approached on a daily basis about, you need to have a look at this amazing product. This one does this one does that. But those things that he said to me made me look at it a little bit more. And especially when he said it's native. And I said, what do you mean by that? He says, everything we use on a day-to-day basis is either herb-based, plant-based, organic, or synthetic. This is native. So exactly what's inside our cells that help our body to do what it's designed to do is what's in here. It's a category creator. It's never been done before. And being such a health-oriented person, that really caught my attention. And I was one of those girls that grew up on the beaches of Australia, suntanning, baby oil, suntan enhancer, anything to get brown and burn. And I paid a price for that as I got older, to the point where I was looking for something that would make my skin better. So he gave me 2 tubes of Renew 28 and I was driving home. I think, I'm going to prove to him that it doesn't work. But I did what he asked me to do. I took my before photos. I shook the tube and I just used it, like he said, in the morning, maybe, after lunch and again in the evening. And I didn't think any more of it, but I just kept on doing that. Where people came to me and said, what have you done? Your skin looks amazing. It's glowing. So I took my after photo and the results for me were incredible. They totally changed. My skin was amazing, which I'm going to show you at the end of this, towards the end of this presentation. Being still skeptical, I went to a presentation, a live one, no different to what we're doing now in a live webinar. And I'll sit in the back of the room, still skeptical, but thinking, and this thought kept coming back into my head, what if this is the most significant breakthrough of our lifetime? What if? I had no idea how to do it. I had no idea what was going to be entailed, but I just knew with the results that I got, and if it was a breakthrough and the support system that there, what have I got to lose? So I went in, both feet, both hands. I did everything that I needed to do. Yes, I said too much. I sent too many emails. I said all the wrong things. I spammed people with the signs. I did all that, but I didn't give up. And I was willing to learn, to work on myself, to hang on to my leader's tail, to show me the way, because I knew that this was the path. I knew this was the vehicle to get to where I wanted to be. And because I believed in the system, believed in the company, believed in the products, it turned my life around. Oh, there's my results. Here you are. That's before and after. And that was only 3 weeks. And that's this one as well. Totally unbelievable. So my skin's only got better since then. But because I've done that and I've shared it with people and people wanted to know, it gave me the opportunity to do what I wanted to do, was give the life to my kids that I've always wanted. To me, it's about creating memories. It's not about buying stuff and buying things. It's about them when they get to in their 20s or their early adulthood, where they go, geez, I had a great childhood. That's what I want to hear from my kids. I've been to Mykonos, I've been to the beaches of Thailand, through the deserts of Dubai. Culture experiences, riding the bikes through Amsterdam, going to India, going through New York, amazing experiences, only because I took that leap of faith. And because of that, I have stood on the stage with the most amazing people within ASEA, great leadership, great prizes, and I am just loving what we have our hands on right now. So I thank you very much for having me to share this little opportunity, short little story very, very quickly, and I'll hand it over to you, Steve.
Oh, Lourene, we so appreciate you. You're so awesome, and we are just so grateful that you've taken time out of a Saturday. Truly, a clap and a heart, virtual heart to you for taking time out of your day you know, out of a long weekend to share your amazing story, your courage, your giving heart and leadership is just so inspirational to so many and to myself. And I'm sure I speak on behalf of everybody here. We just want to say thank you for your passion and for aligning yourself with ASEA and for making the wonderful decision of being a force for good in the world and becoming the person that you are becoming and giving those beautiful young ladies a most amazing life.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
Truly appreciate you. So now as a person follow on, let's find out how Lourene turned her family life around. Let me introduce the next speaker. We have Stevie Aquilina, who has been his own very independent master since the tender age of 15. He's a wealth of experience in life and business, lives in Queensland with his wife, Sarah, and their 4 boys. Now, 5 years ago, you and I were lucky enough that he made the decision to become part of the ASEA journey. He started his business. Now, Stevie and Sarah are high-profile leaders, very passionate about enhancing people's life and 100% committed to ASEA's mission, just like Lourene is, to better people's life and be a force for good in the world. I'd like to welcome Stevie Aquilina. Over to you, Stevie.
Hey, thanks very much, Maria. I really appreciate you and all that you do to bring us together here. Yeah, I sincerely thank you for all the nice things you say about me, and I could say them back to you times 10, and it wouldn't be just because you said it about me, it would be sincere. So thank you very much. And Batgirl, Wonder Woman, Lourene Bavard. Oh man, I mean, I've had the pleasure of meeting you long before this venture, ASEA, and I thought you were amazing then, but you just keep becoming more. And you've always been there for me, and a friend and a mentor and a guide and an inspiration. But I don't know how much more inspirational you can get. I think you're going to explode.
Thank you so much. Some really nice words. Thank you.
Yeah, I really appreciate you, honestly do. And I'm so glad that you were good enough to come here and speak to us all. And thank you everyone for joining us today. If this is your first time here, relatively your first time, thank you very much. I appreciate you coming here and giving us your attention and at least a little bit of your trust to do so. And for those of you who've come back again, thank you very much for being here and supporting us. And, you know, I really hope that we're helping you to better more people's lives by putting these on. And look, it was almost 6 years ago now since this information was first handed to me. And it's been high priority for almost that moment to bring it to everyone's attention. And that's because the information that I'm about to present to you, the level of importance is high, because the level of impact that it's having in people's lives is significantly deep. And I feel a sincere sense of responsibility to allow everyone to have access to this for themselves, for their loved ones, really for humanity. And so I'm going to jump straight into this, and what I'll be sharing with you is the most significant health and life science breakthrough of our lifetime. Scientific researchers and medical experts are saying this is a very big breakthrough. Even bigger, goes even deeper, they say, than the discoveries of DNA or penicillin. So we'll be going over an exciting and entirely new frontier in science. You've never heard or seen of anything like this. So please don't try to compare it to anything else, because you'll just get confused. Just come in with an open mind, ready to learn something completely new. By the way, for 2 decades, science had declared that this was impossible, what you're about to see today. It's a breakthrough with enormous potential, validated by renowned universities and world authority laboratory studies, by the way. It's the real deal. It's a very advanced breakthrough. It's 15 years ahead of its time. Any health goals, any health challenges you can think of, remarkable results. And drug companies, well, they wanted it shut down. More about that a little later. Before I tell you what this is, let's get absolutely clear about what this is not. So we're not talking about a drug. We're not talking about vitamins, minerals. We're not talking about antioxidants. We're not talking about secret herbs, spices, exotic berries, fancy juices, super shakes, essential oils, magic magnets, alkaline waters, electrolyte waters, laser lights, roots, magical 5,000-year-old tree, CBD oils, lotions, potions, gadgets, or any of all of that other stuff. Good stuff out there, by the way. But I just want to be certain that you understand that we'll be talking about an entirely new frontier in science, a truly groundbreaking and category creating healthcare breakthrough. All right, so this is what it is, ASEA redox cell signaling technology. It contains active redox signaling molecules. And aside from being a mouthful, what are those? Well, they are molecules that are made in your cells. They are the same cellular messaging molecules made natively within your cells, within your body, that affect cell signaling, cell-to-cell communication, all the way down to your genetic expression in a positive way. Let me give you just one and possibly one of the most important examples of that. Your redox signaling molecules detect which of your cells are healthy, and they tell those cells how to protect themselves. At the same time, your redox signaling molecules detect which of your cells are unhealthy, and they tell those cells how to repair themselves. However, if the cell is too damaged to be repaired, too far gone to be brought back to good health, then your redox signaling molecules will tell that cell to die and then tell a healthy cell to copy itself and replace that lost cell. Isn't that amazing? I mean, that is the process that actually allows your body to know how to regenerate its own tissue. In other words, it's how your body heals itself. Now, here's another example. Redox signaling molecules activate your body's immune system to protect against bacteria, viruses, and infection. Basically, I could give you lots of other examples, but the bottom line is redox signaling molecules are allowing your cells to keep functioning and healing at optimal levels. They're the keys to life. And we're all made of cells. So this is all important. We live and die at the cellular level. So a wide range of biochemical and physiological processes critically depend on redox signaling molecules in and among our cells, because our redox biochemistry is foundational to all cellular communication, health, and healing, and is therefore essential for the function of our normal physiology. In fact, if all of your cells were to suddenly stop making redox signaling molecules right now, you wouldn't live longer than a few more seconds. Without your redox signaling molecules, life ends. Now, when we're born, we make an abundance of redox signaling molecules. However, with age, stress, diet, toxins, and other environmental assaults, our cells break down. And our body's ability to make redox signaling molecules breaks down. It declines daily. And as such, without enough redox signaling molecules telling our cells how to work well enough, our cells break down even more. And with it, so does our health, wellness, youth, and vitality, right? Now, how do you know this is true? Well, ASEA takes science seriously, so seriously that they don't do any scientific studies themselves. Instead, ASEA is highly committed to ongoing research with renowned universities and world-leading laboratories, allowing these outside and independently reviewed studies to prove the potential of redox signaling supplementation by ASEA, demonstrating the safety and efficacy of the redox products, certifying them as safe and effective in every body. So ASEA redox users enjoy cell signaling benefits, which translates to health at its most foundational level. ASEA redox has been scientifically tested and shown to signal the activation of your genetic pathways or affect your genes that improve immune system health, that help maintain a healthy inflammatory response. They affect the genes, enhance the genes that help maintain cardiovascular health and support arterial elasticity, the genes that improve gut health and digestive enzyme production, and activates the genes that modulates hormone balance to support vitality and wellness. Now, these 5 genes are key, critical in the health of every individual. They play a vital role, not just in the 5 mentioned human health areas, but also in dozens of additional genetic pathways. Now, on top of all that, ASEA Redox has been scientifically tested and shown to enhance your body's own production and efficiency of antioxidants by up to 800%. We all know antioxidants are important, even if we don't know why. We understand that they are important. But this next study should give you a reason why. Further studies have shown that ASEA reduces oxidative stress. And that's what antioxidants do. They neutralize oxidative stress. And in this study, it was proven that ASEA lowers oxidative stress. In fact, head professors of this university study saying that one of the most important effects of ASEA on what they coined as disease risk factors is its ability to reduce oxidative stress. Now, that is significant because all degenerative health conditions are caused by oxidative stress. And further studies have proven that ASEA is 100% safe. 0% toxicity. Can't hurt you. You can't have an allergic reaction to it. Why? Because they're already in you. Redox signaling molecules are native to your body. Your body already makes them. It's just that your body can't make as much of them anymore like it did when it was younger. So whether you have a health challenge or whether you have someone you care about that you want to take care of them and their health challenge, or if you have a wish that you could look, live, and feel younger again, or if you have the good sense for protecting your health, especially in today's climate, but who wants to become old and unwell, right? Or if you have a goal of having higher levels of human performance, greater athleticism in sport, bigger and stronger in the gym, any health goal you can think of, Redox users and their medical doctors are seeing just remarkable results. But you don't need to take my word for it. Let's listen to some medical doctors right now and what they have to say about this.
Redox signaling molecules are like the DNA whisperer. They signal cells to be healthy. And because of age, because of medications, because of toxicity in the environment, you lose your ability to make the redox signaling molecules. So having them with ASEA simply replenishes what your body is doing natively when you were young. I've been in the business for 40 years, and this is the first time that I've ever heard about the redox signaling molecules, which to me is a breakthrough of the 21st century, akin to the electric light bulb in the 20th century and maybe even the discovery of penicillin. Because your body is a redox signaling program, and to be able to replenish it on a day-to-day basis, internally and externally, is not just a breakthrough, it's a game changer.
Health is something we have to earn. What can I do to get to the root of things and really prevent problems from happening? Is it possible? And the answer is yes.
I think most people don't actually really consider their health until it's gone. So it's the choices that we make today that are going to determine the level of our wellness and our health and our healthy longevity tomorrow.
We want to keep people healthy. We don't want to see that deterioration. The whole process of the anti-aging and regenerative medicine that I'm so passionate about is on the premise that we can maintain energy, we can maintain health.
So prevention is key, but people need to value it, and people need to understand what it is and take responsibility.
Inside every cell in your body, you're constantly producing negative and positive molecules called oxidants and reductants, and the contraction of that name is redox.
So with these molecules, we're amping up that communication. We're helping that cell signal.
Without these cell signaling molecules, we simply wouldn't do the gene replication that we need, the DNA sequencing that we need. These redox signaling molecules interact throughout the body with every cell that we know.
Every cell in our body needs these molecules for communication purposes. The more balanced they are, the more abundant they are, the healthier we are.
ASEA actually has the combination of the oxidants and the reductants that the body makes. So all we're doing with ASEA is enhancing what the body is already doing.
Having a product, a technology that's native to the body doesn't have to worry about detoxifying it because it knows exactly what to do with redox molecules. It's one of, if not the safest recommendation I ever make to a patient.
They found a way to stabilize them outside the body. And you can actually put them back into bodies that are deficient in those those molecules. That's a game changer.
To have something that at its molecular level is native to the body is nothing short of a breakthrough.
This is something that's foundational for health, for every cell. It affects every cell in our body. And not just the cells, but the very DNA within those cells. You know, we talk about the discovery of DNA as being a huge breakthrough, the discovery of penicillin. Yes, these were absolutely huge discoveries, but now we have something that actually goes even deeper.
This is where the future lies, and this is why redox chemistry and supplements that employ this are so powerful.
They literally turn on and turn off, signal every single process in every living cell. And to be able to stabilize a product that allows us to replenish that is just a phenomenal breakthrough.
This has the capability to change the landscape of the healthcare system as we know it.
Okay, so I hope that you're getting a sense for how big this breakthrough is and how it really is a tremendous breakthrough for humanity. But now that we've spoken about cellular health from the inside out, let's show you what's possible from the outside in. And that's made possible by ASEA's topical versions of Redox technology, Renew 28 Revitalizing Redox Gel, and Renew Advanced Intensive Redox Serum, supported and enhanced by their complementary all-natural ingredients products, Renew Advanced Gentle Refining Cleanser and Ultra Replenishing Moisturizer. But stick around because I'm going to show you that this goes deeper than just skin deep. But on the surface, we can show you the difference. A little bit hard to show you on the inside, but you know, a picture speaks 1,000 words. So let some of these pictures talk to you right now. And you're going to see more than anti-aging effects. You're going to see age reversing effects. You're going to see lines and wrinkles being ironed out. Elasticity coming back to the skin. Inflammations, irritations, aggravations, other signs of poor health to the skin being rejuvenated. This is PJ. How do you think he's feeling now on the inside, considering he's had such a terrific change on the outside? Even the aftermath of some of these unfortunate conditions are being brought back to the proper surfaces of the skin. Now, this is Rosie, and look at those first two photos. Dramatic difference. I don't think anyone could argue that there's not a dramatic difference there. It looks like two different people, maybe related, maybe mother and eldest daughter, or maybe much older sister. But after just 7 weeks. Now, by the way, Rosie didn't notice anything. She believed that the products were doing nothing. It was her doctor that took these pictures. So naturally, when you get back to your friend later on and you want to get onto these products with the intention of seeing how they go, take pictures. That's how you see how it goes. Keep a scorecard too, because it can be a little hard to see what's going on the inside. So make sure you're scoring other things on a scorecard that you can't take a photo of. Now, some people will notice results very quickly, like Rosie. Some people in less than 7 weeks. And some people need to apply more product, more patience, and allow more time before they see their results. Now, what we know scientifically is that redoxyl molecules are redoxyl molecules. They're the same in you as they are in me, as they are in my pet cat, or any of your pets, or any of the plants in your house or outside. Any cellular being that is made up of more than a couple of cells has redoxyl molecules. And the redoxyl molecules in our bottles are precisely the same redoxyl molecules in a living being's body. And we know from scientific studies done on our products that it would be scientifically impossible for our products to not work on you. It'd be scientifically impossible for redox molecules to not work in you. What does differ from person to person, though, is the time it takes them to notice the change. Now, this doctor here, Dr. Marty Moran, decided to do a scientific experiment on his very own face and use Renew 28 on only half of his face and not the other. Can you tell what side? I'll give you a moment. I'll give you some clues. Have a look at the lines running down each side of the face, the corner of the mouth. What about the lines running down either side of the nose? Do you notice any difference there? What about the cheeks? Do you notice any difference? Is one side perhaps smoother, maybe less baggy than the other? How about this? This might be the biggest clue of all. What side of the face are the glasses slanting towards? Perhaps suggesting more droopiness on that side as opposed to the other. So this is a very brave experiment. Thank you, Dr. Marty Moran, because he walked around like this in public for 28 days. I don't think his wife was happy, except she was enjoying the company of the younger dude on the other side of the bed at night. But thank you, Dr. Marty Moran, for walking around like a weirdo, just so you could prove how effective it is. Now, it's not just for your face. Arms, hands, bellies, even bums. Now, this was a scientific study that was done because there were lots of reports coming in all over the world about how people were using the Renew 28 where they had cellulite, and the cellulite was apparently disappearing. And so this very large dermatological scientific institute did a study to prove whether this was true or not. And they found after just 12 weeks that there was, in fact, from using Renew 28 in troubled areas with experiencing cellulite, that there was a 16% reduction in the appearance of cellulite. So these scientists did ultrasounds to find out why. And they saw that the fat, the subcutaneous fat that was causing the cellulite, was actually being dissolved. So Renew 28 does a great job in reducing the appearance of wrinkles and cellulite and bringing back skin moisture and more younger, youthful skin, literally, not just the appearance of younger, youthful skin, actual younger skin. So it's great for the health of your skin, but it goes further. It soothes your skin from irritants. Perhaps like, being irritated by the sun, and eases discomfort in your body as well. Now, here's an experiment that you can do. Get back with the person who introduced you and get them, if you have somewhere like a shoulder, a hip, a back, a knee, a neck, somewhere that you've got stiffness, soreness, discomfort, give it a score on a scale of 1 to 10. 10 means it hurts a lot. Put the Renew 28 on that spot 3 times in 5 minutes, and you watch what happens to your level of discomfort within about 5 to 15 minutes. In fact, all around the world where we do this, out of every 10 people we see, and sometimes, pre these type of situations, we're in events where there's thousands of people, and anybody can try this. Like, we don't handpick people like the magician pulling out the setup assistant in the audience, right? Anybody does it, and within 5 to 15 minutes at least, 9 to 10 out of every 10 people we see will have a result inside of 5 to 15 minutes. Those other people that take a little bit longer usually have it later on. Quite incredible. All right, now it is a historical fact that with every great breakthrough comes great opportunity. It is true that the greater the breakthrough, the greater the opportunity. And what you are being presented is the single greatest health and life science breakthrough, maybe not just of our lifetime, maybe of all lifetimes. Let me give you the lay of the land so you can see I'm not just hyping this up. It's true. Redox is based in Nobel Prize winning research. Since the first Nobel Prize was awarded to these 3 professors back in '98 for their first discovery of redox sealing molecules, there have now been multiple Nobel Prizes awarded for research in this field. If you went along to pubmed.gov, which is where all peer-reviewed medical studies are published, it's the National Library of Medicine, and you typed in redox signaling there, you would see well over 33,000 results now. It's a very difficult slide for me to keep up with. It's already out of date because there's more than 150 studies coming out almost every single month. There are over 1,500 medical textbooks that have been published on redox signaling molecules. According to medical experts, scientific researchers, redox signaling is one of the fastest emerging fields in science that will shape all of our lives in the coming years. So let me give you some facts behind that. There are now multiple universities who've received tens of millions of dollars in grants to open up redox research centers. There are now global medical conferences and world redox congresses being held about redox. Medical doctors are specializing in redox, with one such professor, a doctor at Harvard Medical School, who has a PhD and a title that includes Director of Redox Medicine. And folks, let me tell you, ASEA is already light years ahead for 2 simple reasons. One, for nearly 3 decades, no one other than one man, Dr. Gary L. Samuelson, medical atomic physicist, has figured out how to create and stabilize redox sealing molecules outside of the body. For the 2 decades before Dr. Samuelson's breakthrough work, science had declared that this was impossible. And 2, ASEA is heavily patented. And not just patented, you cannot reverse engineer ASEA. Its technology is patented and it has trade secrets, like Coca-Cola has trade secrets. No one is going to be able to pick up a bottle of ASEA and know how to, or be allowed to reverse engineer it. So we're without copycats. That means we're without competition. That obviously means that no one in the world has what ASEA has. No one. And it works on everyone, and everyone needs it. Keys to life. And so ASEA holds massive opportunities across all health science sectors. Healthcare wellness, sports science, athletic performance, beauty, skincare, aging, longevity. These are multi-trillion-dollar industries. And Redox works throughout all of them. Redox works on everybody. Nothing in the body works as well, or at all, in fact, without Redox. Redox can't hurt anybody. Everybody needs Redox. And again, ASEA is the only company in the world that the world can get a Redox supplement from. Think about that. ASEA is an entrepreneur's dream. Now, our first and foremost and most important principle in our organization is our company's stated mission, which is to better people's lives and to be a force for good in the world. We want to help you. We want to help a lot of people. We want to help the world. We can't do that on our own. And so we look for people to help spread the word. ASEA gives you the opportunity to earn money just by sharing Redox with others. So you receive income, commissions, ongoing payments, residual income, not just from the first purchase, but from every single purchase of every single person that you introduce to ASEA. And you can introduce as many people as you want. Now, on top of that, those people can introduce people, and you receive a commission from that. Every single person, every single purchase, every single introduction. Doesn't matter how far or wide it goes. Now, we do this already. We introduce people to good movies we like, TV series, restaurants, cafes, books, whatever. We tell people things, and people naturally tell people who naturally tell other people who then tell even more people. Word of mouth marketing is the most ancient and still today most powerful form of marketing in the world, the most effective in the world. There's no limits, especially with how connected the world is in today's age. Word spreads worldwide quickly. And ASEA is currently in 35 countries. We're opening up new markets almost every single year. Based on existing trends, the annual turnover is projected to exceed $500 million in the next 5 years. So if you're ever looking, hoping, wishing, down on your knees, maybe praying that one day you would be put in front of an opportunity, that you were in the right place at the right time. If you've been looking for even anything like an extra, or maybe a part-time, or more than that, maybe full-time, or maybe I just want more time, like Lourene did with her beautiful girls, or whether you want a big-time income, or maybe a legacy-leaving income for your lifeline of family. For business-minded people, there is a commission level here to match your ambition level. There is $1 to match your dreams. And you can be paid a very significant income from the growth of this global expansion. But I've got to tell you, what is really true is that there's nothing better than making a living from bettering people's lives. That's what it's all about, and exactly what you get to do and be a part of with ASEA. You get to join forces with others who are also being a force for good in the world. Who you become and what you do is the biggest reward over and above any riches it will make you. However, you can make great money. You can even be rewarded on top with all expenses paid trips to 5-star luxury locations all around the world and have really great times, meeting great people, making great friends, having great experiences, and a great lifestyle. But let me tell you very quickly how this started before we end. Why aren't you hearing about this from your doctor? That was one of my first big main questions. And you know what? Maybe you are, because there are now hundreds of doctors all over the world now recommending Redox to their patients, seeing unprecedented results. But the truth is that big pharmaceutical companies, after seeing tens of millions of dollars and 17 years worth of powerful research and clinical studies proving ASEA, these pharmaceutical companies did offer to pay huge sums of money for the sole and exclusive rights to the ASEA technology. And it was ASEA's intention to get this out as a mainstream medical product. However, the drug companies wanted ASEA to shut down, and they wanted everyone taken off Redox. Thankfully, the founders of ASEA, Virtus and Tyler, Norton, Virtus Norton and son Tyler Norton, I should say, they said no to the payout and yes to the people. What do I mean by that? Well, when Virtus and Tyler saw people who went from severe health challenges that once left them and their doctors feeling hopeless, quite frankly, to then experiencing life-changing power from redox healing molecules. Well, Virtus and Tyler were filled with a great sense of purpose and sincere sense of responsibility to get this breakthrough for humanity out to the world. And so what had started as a big business play had now become more, an important and purposeful mission. The ASEA founders, Virtus and Tyler, turned down that huge sum of money from big pharmaceutical companies, deciding to go the supplement route rather than the drug route in order to expedite the availability of this technology globally, making it available immediately to you and everyone without a prescription. And so as demonstrated in this first and very important decision, ASEA always puts people and principles before ego and economics. Now, the ASEA founders and their corporate team, they come from very reputable, big backgrounds, Fortune 50 backgrounds. Some of the top household name global companies in the world is what is the notches on their belt in their work history. And so they have exceptional experience in running big, global, household name, very profitable businesses. However, they say at the end of the day, it's people that matter most. They pride themselves, and the proof is in every decision that they make. They pride themselves on never doing it at the cost of people, only at enriching in people's lives. So you are in very good hands no matter which way you look at it. Now, I want you to get back with the person who shared this with you. Don't worry about what the time is in your part of the world. They will be glad to hear from you. Let them know what you've seen here, what stood out to you the most, maybe what you like the best about it. If you have questions, ask them. They can point you to where you can find the answers. There's plenty of university studies, but most important of all, hundreds of thousands of real people's life-changing redox experiences for you to see ASEA is the real deal. We truly want to help you. And so at the very least, we hope you'll become part of this redox reality. Live better, healthier, younger, stronger, longer. But I've got to tell you that what stands out for me, and maybe for you too, or maybe at least some of you, one of ASEA's guiding principles is to become more. Because it's really what you become that determines what you can overcome, that ultimately determines your income in life. So look, if you want a better life, income, lifestyle, if you'll also pass this information on for many others, you can better the lives of many, many others. And your life will then become better. In other words, if you decide to become part of being a force for good in the world, and you can do that with ASEA, your life will be filled with more good. And so I want to thank you very much for spending this time with me. I appreciate you greatly. May you always be happy. May you always be well. And nothing that I've said here today is intended to diagnose anything that you're going through. And ASEA does not claim to treat or cure any diseases. Again, thank you very much. Thank you, Lourene, and thank you, Maria.
Hey, thank you, Stevie. Thank you so much for sharing and presenting this wonderful opportunity that truly has changed Lourene's life and her family, as well as mine and everybody else is on the call here. So on behalf of everybody, I would like to say thank you to you both and to all of you who've taken time out of your Saturday long weekend to sit and listen to this amazing information. I'm now going to request to Stevie, please stop the recording.